Hey, what's up, guys? I am back with another video. Hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be a general reading for Virgo. So, Virgo, I'm going to apologize in advance for any background noise, okay? And shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate you. But if you're new, welcome to Casual Tarot. Just remember, Virgo, it's a big world, so it is general, and this is definitely not professional advice. You do what you want, Virgo. Now, I will start off by saying, Virgo, you're going through a lot of changes, okay? And it's weird because I kind of sense some of you like got your feet up and you're just watching the dust settle. Like you're just waiting to kind of assess everything and, taking whatever damage was done or whatever needs to be done, decisions or whatever. But I do feel like it's almost like you have some peace with it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe some of you are like in a funk or something. Because I kind of feel like you have gained some acceptance, okay? And some of you, I feel like some of you might have had this vision or these goals that you wanted to achieve. And it's like now you're like rethinking everything, or at least a lot of things. It's almost like you were going one way and now you're like, yeah, do I really want to go that way? Maybe I want to go this way. But it stems from changes that have happened recently, okay, in your recent path that got you thinking this, okay? And it's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? It's actually a good thing, okay? Because I feel like your vision is just wider, okay? So it will help you achieve even more than what you set out to do maybe a few years ago or whatever. Maybe it's a few months for some of you. I don't know. But that's just something I was sensing. But we'll get into the cards, whoever that's for. I feel like some of you let go of a lot. Some of you may be a little confused what to do next, but I do feel like you're still kind of like, I guess, weighing your options. May feel a little loss, okay? But I feel like that's going to change pretty quick. Because I feel like this new way of looking at things is going to help you. I'm telling you, it's going to change. Okay, Virgo. King of Pentacles, okay? I feel like whatever you're trying to achieve, it's almost like you're going to achieve it in a better way, a more healthy way, but from there, even grow more. It's almost like you have some goal that is really only the halfway point of what you can truly achieve. And you're starting to see that. Plus, I just feel like some of you just want new and different things. And so you're kind of taking that lead, that authority over your life. Okay. Maybe going into business. He is a businessman. Okay. Very patient king. Very successful. You have the Justice in reverse. You have the Lovers upright. So maybe there's some things that were not right, were not fair. For some of you, this could even be related to business, okay, that did not go your way. But it's like you have a different outlook. You're definitely making better choices, even in relationships, be it business, friend, family, love. I kind of feel like it's a little bit of everything, Virgo, okay? Just in your life, you want more. You want more. You're done. You know what I'm saying? There may be some, I don't know, I kind of feel like, I don't really feel like it's legal. I mean, it could be, but I kind of feel like there's something with, I want to say paperwork, but I feel like it's more than that. It's more than that. Because I feel like it's paperwork, but there's something to do with fairness, okay, with what's right. And I'm talking about what's right, I guess, in a legal way, but also what's right just in an honorable way, okay? What is balance? What is fair? Even energetically, okay? There's something connected to that going on, okay? The thing is, I feel like you're at a different place where you can handle it, okay? This may even be connected to different people, okay? Maybe that's why I'm sensing like some of it's fairness, but some of it may actually be documents and stuff and decisions, okay? You have the the seven of pentacles, sorry. I was about to call you Capricorn. Maybe you're connected to a Capricorn. I don't know. Or maybe a Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Aries, Gemini. You have the Queen of Wands. And you have the 9. You know, it's funny because I feel like, okay, it flipped like this, but I feel like it belongs upright. 9 of Pentacles. I feel like someone's trying to stop something here. Okay, maybe that's why I was feeling that legal stuff or documents. This could even be at work, maybe stopping something from happening because I feel like it's a situation. Like someone's trying to stop a situation from happening or something happening. The thing is, I don't really feel like it's gonna work. Because like I said, I feel like it should be like this. But I kind of feel like it'll... how can I put it? Well, first of all, I feel like some of this has to do with just your goals. Whatever you want to do, whatever you decide. I feel like it's a good thing. I just feel like some of you don't want to do certain things to achieve it. It's almost like there's a process to something, and it's like you don't want to go through that process. You just want to go around it because you know that you can accomplish it. That's not a question. It's just that for some reason there is a process to something. It's like you can't go and get that unless you go through this for some reason. Now, I do feel like this also has to do with, like I was saying before, someone trying to stop something here. Okay. I don't really think it's going to work, but I kind of feel like, well, it's weird because I keep staring at this king and I feel like he's untouchable, but yet someone is trying to touch him. Okay. I don't know what the people around you are trying to do, but I feel like they are trying to touch this king for some reason. And this king, the way I sense it, is like they're sitting there watching them do it and they're not really defending themselves, but they're not really being touched either. So maybe there's something that you can be doing, Virgo, to achieve a certain goal or to stop certain things from happening, and you're kind of just yeah, that's what I sense. It's almost like you're watching the show. You're watching the show. What are you watching, Virgo? You're watching the show. The thing is, I feel like if you partake, and what I mean by that is because I kind of feel like you're very wise and you have something, I don't know what it is, but you have something, some knowledge, some skill, some talent that can kind of fix everything is what I'm sensing. But you're like, well, you want to do it on your own, you don't want to listen or whatever, it's okay. And you're like sitting back watching the show and you know that it's about to backfire. Okay. Thing is, I feel like if you step in, it will be very beneficial to you. Okay. I don't know why, I just do. Okay. So I don't know if you're like missing an opportunity here to grow in some way. Because I feel like you're holding back some goodies. Okay. But I also feel like there's other things that you may want that you can truly achieve. I don't even feel like you truly need whatever I'm talking about. But I do feel like it may be something that you want, and it may be something that is within your reach and within your right too. Because I feel like there's some unfairness here. I don't know what it is, but I kind of feel like you're kind of just sitting there. Maybe that's why I felt some of you are like got your legs up sitting and just watching the dust settle, because for some reason you know something's gonna backfire. Something is not right here, okay? But it's creating an opportunity for you for some reason, okay? You may even have some help here, okay? The Queen of Wands. Be careful though, because I kind of feel like some of you, you may prolong something because you think it's the best way for you. But I feel like maybe for some things, but there is other things I feel like you should be doing or focusing on or changing, and not just letting it ride. I did feel like a lot of you are taking, it's almost like you're taking inventory of everything you've been through, everything that you need to do, everything you've accomplished. And you're definitely looking at life differently. But I just feel like, well, you may be so set in a certain way that you may miss an opportunity here. Okay, because I feel like you're seeing things totally different. Like, definitely have a wider vision here. Okay, and you definitely have goals that you can truly, succeed at. I like I said, I feel like some of you are changing them, but that's fine. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. But there's something going on presently that I feel like you may miss something because you're not stepping in. Maybe you need to be this king and be really take some authority over the situation, because I did feel like you're just kind of watching the show here. And even with this Queen of Wands, she's very passionate, very courageous, and I feel like you have something, or maybe there's someone around you that is going to help, but she can be persuasive. Okay, maybe that's why I feel like you have an answer. You have something. There is something about you, okay, that you have, that you can really put things right here. Okay, and I'm laughing because I feel like not only could you put things right, but you can elevate from it. So I don't know what's up with that, Virgo. You have the Four of Cups, and you have the Knight of Swords. Maybe you're just tired of it. Maybe you're dealing with some people that are hard to deal with, but you don't want to miss that opportunity. Okay, maybe there needs to be some healing. Okay, maybe you're dealing with people close to you, but I feel like there's a lot of poking, a lot of bad communication. Okay, a lot of things being done that are not being planned. Okay, there may be people, or maybe it's, I don't really feel like it's you. I feel like it's more of other people that are just acting too quick, and maybe that's how I kept sensing like something's gonna backfire, and you know it too, because there are people that are just not thinking. Okay, and I also feel like there are people that are I want to say lies, but it's not just lies. I just feel like they're gaslighting. Like, they are making things seem like something else to people, maybe to third party. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're saying things that are not accurate. Okay. But I also feel like this is you needing to take that action, make it quick, because you're just sitting back like, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna sit back and see what happens. Okay. I feel like you need to take charge. Okay. Because you don't want to miss any opportunities that come your way too. But I also feel like it's something that may be stressing, and that you can just end it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said earlier, I do feel like some of you feel maybe a little stuck. I just, maybe you need to sit back and relax, okay? Because I feel like if you just weigh your options, you'll be fine. But I have a feeling that has to do with other things. But it may be those things that you are changing, okay? Because I have a feeling, like I said earlier, that some of you had some goals and now you're changing them. And I feel like you can succeed either way. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you're also changing even the way you are with people too. For some of you, I also feel like be more open when it comes to, I don't really want to say love, but maybe good connections with people, new people, maybe for some of you, love. But I kind of feel like this is a little different. Maybe some of you are newly single or something, or just have gained some independence here from a lifestyle or some new chapter you're starting. Anyway, point is, I just feel like you should be more open and understand that you have a lot more choices than you think, Virgo, even when it comes to people, but also anything you really want. Okay. Do not miss out. I feel like there's like stuff right in your face too. Okay. So don't sit back too much. Like make sure that you take action, but also make sure you prepare and really think it out too. Okay? Cuz I feel like there's some people that tick you off. They tick you off where you're just like, yo, that was fast. Okay. You just may snap. You may snap. It's weird. Look. Which justice is coming. Okay? I had a feeling that there may be people trying to get away with something here, but it's going to backfire. And it's going to backfire. All right. And I feel like it's both. It's something they shouldn't be doing, but it's also like a principle thing, an honor thing. Yeah. Evil queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. So you're definitely being treated unfairly. Maybe for some of you, it's something that's been going on throughout your life. Maybe it's more recent. Maybe it's a little bit of both, you know. But you have come to a place where you know your worth. You know what I'm saying? You know you have something. You know you're good. And you can build something great, even if that's, related to maybe business or just growth in this life, in the material world, or just abundance in every way, really. Happiness, good health. Yeah, I feel like you're working on yourself in a lot of ways. So maybe some of you are changing your physical appearance, changing your habits, what you eat, even what you smell, what you expose yourself to, even your mind, what you expose your mind to. Sword, make the change. Yeah, make the change. Make the change. You know why? Because you're gonna succeed at it. Okay. Don't let things just, First of all, for some of you, I do feel like, yes, you waited for the dust to settle, but now it's settled, Virgo. Okay. So now it's time to take action. Okay. It has settled. But some of you, like I said, are sitting back watching the show because things are about to get a little nuts. And for some, like I said, even backfire here. So you're like waiting. But I feel like you can do something here because I feel like there is some opportunity with this. Okay. That you may miss, or like I said earlier, it could just be that you're prolonging a situation that can be handled. Throne, your potential is endless, and you're starting to really know that. Okay. in other ways, it's just this one situation, because I feel like in other ways you're good and you're seeing that. Like I said, you definitely have opened up where your vision is very widened. But for some reason with the situation, it's different. Okay. So you may be dealing with, people that you've had a relationship with for a while, or people close to you, or maybe a pattern of a type of relationship. So it could be multiple relationships, but they all have the same pattern. Okay. Of people being very, well, I feel selfish and salty towards you, okay? Because that's kind of what I'm sensing. They may even smile in your face too with this evil queen, trying to act like they're all sugary and sweet, okay? When they really in their mind are thinking otherwise, okay? But that is your message, Virgo. I hope it helps in some way, okay? And good luck. And remember, you got it together, but there's definitely a lot you can do here, okay? So don't just let things ride. I know you're chilling, all right? But I also feel like you want more, okay? So make sure that you go after that. But that is your message. Good luck.